For Amerzone, you can either play the 1999 original or the 2025 remake. Of course, the visuals have been greatly improved, but what else is different? Well, let's have a look. The original did not have any screen transitions whatsoever. The devs added a lot of details and additional subsections into the game, like here, the cabin on Shipwreck Island, which wasn't there before. There are also some small changes in the tone. In the remake, for example, you lure the wildlife with some sweet honey. Well, you had to be much more of a badass in the OG and let a bee attack rain upon them. There are quite some gameplay changes as well. The remake is much more complex and requires you to, for example, unlock the basement, solve a puzzle to switch on the lights, and much more, while the OG provided a much simpler experience. And puzzles in general were a lot simpler or non-existent in the original. Like you didn't have to put the egg on the minecart or manually move it into the Hydra float. It was pretty much preloaded and an automatic thing. The devs added a lot of quality of life improvements which make for a much smoother experience, like the hint system or the ability to highlight all points of interest. Or having visual feedback when using the grappling hook. In 1999, you didn't really know if you were locking onto something or not. It was much more of a guesswork at that time. After playing the remake and the original back-to-back, the story of the OG feels very disjointed since many parts were not present, yet. For example, the priest who got shot. In the remake, you can hear the shot from the distance and an NPC commenting on it.
I guess someone didn't want to talk.
It makes for a much more cinematic experience. While the save screen in the original is like super cool, I mean you feel like in a small lighthouse. For some reason the movement translates into the game and when you get back, your orientation completely changes. That's a bit disturbing. The remake? Autosave. And lastly, of course, the Syberia references, like the brown sugar sugar? And lastly, of course, the Syberia references, like the brown shadow symbols, were not in the original. I mean, how could they? These games were released like years or decades later. But not everything is worse in the original. I really enjoyed some of the transitions that had clear influences from Indiana Jones. And quite frankly, the original takes around 3 to 4 hours to complete, instead of 10 to 12 for the remake. When reading all the documents, that is. So it is easier to just pick up and play through in an evening. Also, the color palette was less vibrant, reflecting a little bit better Benoit Sokal's art style from the first two Syberia games.
Would you like to watch more? Subscribe to Talk's YouTube channel and watch the full review today.